So this guy likes to eat brains. This is Robert, and he's from the UK. Robert and his siblings grew up in an orphanage because their parents severely neglected them and abused them. So when they were sent to the orphanage, their life actually got better because for once they were treated with human decency. But when Robert was 9, his parents wanted him back. And this was really weird for Robert because he was sent to the orphanage when he was only 6 months old. So his parents were complete strangers to him. And instead of life improving, they just made his life much worse. The neglect and abuse started all over again. And Robert got the worst of it because every time he tried to defend his siblings, his father would abuse him. And he even started to SA Robert at only 9 years old. By the time he was 10, he was sent back to the orphanage. By 16, he was homeless, addicted to substances and forced into S work just to survive. His life was completely off the rails. And what's even sadder, he actually tried to get help. He was in and out of psychiatric hospitals, telling doctors that he was hearing voices, telling him to kill his parents. And they just ignored him. Then, in March 1974, Robert is 20 years old. He's with a client, a guy named John. They're in bed, doing their thing, when out of nowhere, John gets up, pulls out some photos and shows Robert himself SAing multiple children. That's when Robert snaps. And he kills John. And he doesn't even try to cover it up. He turns himself into the police. But when he's evaluated, doctors declare him insane. So instead of prison, he's sent to a high-security psychiatric hospital. The first ever asylum for the criminally insane. And this is where things really escalate. Inside the asylum, Robert meets another convicted PDF named David. And if it wasn't already obvious, Robert hates people that hurt children. So he and another patient plan to take David out. Robert steals a plastic spoon from the kitchen and sharpens the handle into a weapon. Then, one day, he and his accomplice lock David in a room and attack him for 9 hours. When Robert finally walks out, guards rush in and find David's body, and he's missing his brain. At this point, for some reason, Robert is deemed fit to stand trial, and he's sentenced to life in prison with no parole. And as luck would have it, this prison is filled with SA offenders. Within a year, Robert is still hearing voices, telling him to kill, and he listens to them. He finds another inmate, Lee, and he kills them the exact same way he killed David, with a plastic spoon. He hides Lee's body under his bed, cleans himself up and goes to find another victim, William, another registered SA offender. And Robert kills him the same way too. And after all of that, he casually hands his spoon to the guards and say, "Looks like you'll be short too," on roll call later, whatever that means. No remorse, he genuinely believed he was doing a world a favour. At this point, the system decides Robert is way too dangerous to be around other inmates. So they put him in a permanent solitary confinement. His cell is literally a glass box underground, behind 17 locked doors. He sleeps on a concrete bed and has been under 24-hour surveillance for the past 46 years. No human contact, no hope of ever leaving. And the worst part, the system failed him. He tried to get help, and now after decades, he's still suffering, and his mental health is only getting worse. So what do you guys think? Was his punishment way too harsh, or should he get justice?